Hey everybody, this is Tanner Steed. Today we are in downtown Denver. We're going to be going to a place called the Cactus Club. Timothy Standring, the curator emeritus of the Denver Art Museum, is going to be talking about his most recent exhibition. And Timothy has become a dear friend of mine, and we're going to be meeting up with a bunch of artists and very interesting people to listen to his lecture. And after this, we're all going to be meeting up at the Denver Art Museum to witness his last exhibition. Super exciting. Can't wait to show you guys. Today is just going to be an interesting day in downtown Denver. Alright, so that was awesome. That was my first time at the Cactus Club. The Cactus Club is an old historic building down in downtown Denver that, as Timothy would say, movers and shakers of the community of the Denver area will rent out the space in order to host events. And so he rented this place out. He gave us this amazing lecture where he detailed his exhibition and the pieces within it. He went over the process of hanging the exhibition and not only assembling the works, but tracking them all across the world, and discussed the troubles that he had in acquiring many of the pieces. It was really a wild story and an incredible endeavor. There's so much that goes into curation of an exhibition of that caliber. So now we are heading directly to the Denver Art Museum to see this exhibition, and I've already been 3 times. This will be my 4th. It'll be really interesting. They have some incredible works by Sargent, obviously Whistler, and Mary Cassatt. I'm going to bring my sketchbook in and definitely do some drawings. It'll be pretty cool. So let's do this. Wow, what an incredible experience that was. Timothy not only gave us the private lecture, but as we went through the museum, he gave us a private tour of the exhibition and added to his lecture that he gave to us earlier in the day. It was so cool hearing the backstories on so many of these painters, getting to know a little bit of the inner lives and the day-to-day practices of these artists during the time that they were creating these artworks. So the show was a primary focus on American painters painting in France, so Whistler to Cassatt, and painting in Paris. There wasn't a single French impressionist in the exhibition. It was all American painters, which was very unique. Typically you would see, the people of that age throw in a couple Monets and other impressionists, but no, it was all the unique lens of the American artist in France during that time period. He knew exactly when these painters were painting the particular artworks that were in the exhibition and what was happening surrounding them. He gave backstories on tragic events in their life and even health concerns where like Mary Cassatt had a broken shoulder while she was painting one of his favorite paintings that actually made it on the cover of the exhibition catalog. In fact, I have it here. So while she was painting that piece, I guess she actually had a broken shoulder. So she painted this incredible piece of artwork with a broken shoulder, which, you know, kind of just a fun fact. And within this piece, we actually all sat around it and gave critiques to it, which was really interesting. So all the artists, including Jane Hunt, Raj Chudhari, Jason Lee Gimbel, and Timothy Standring was there. We were all analyzing this painting and kind of looking at it from all of our different points of view. So you only have the language that you have personally developed over the course of your painting career to be able to see certain aspects. So based on your language and your viewpoint, you're able to see more things. As I develop as a draftsman and a painter, I'm able to see maybe whether or not the anatomy on a hand looks accurate or rendered correctly. So we focused on, you know, what we could see and giving a critique to her painting, and it was definitely educational. Hearing from all different points of view with artists at their caliber, it was an extraordinary insight as to what they were looking at and what they would change in this painting. So, you know, some like me, I focused more on the rendering of certain aspects, certain anatomical issues that I could easily point out that were bothering me, whereas others were complimenting her lost edges and her design elements. And people brought up an issue with the vase right next to the mother's face being too similar in terms of shape next to the mother. It was distracting. Not only was the shape distracting, but its contrast. It's over-rendered when it's in the background. Timothy brought up that he really thinks that Mary Cassatt had an influence based on photography and having a single focal point. If you look at her painting, she will often have a single focal point and everything surrounding it will be kind of lost in abstraction. Yeah, so it was really, really lovely. It's always great to have a group of people that are beyond your skill level and also at your skill level, but with a different language. So you each, depending on your language development, as in your artistic development, you're able to see things that others may not be able to see. So when you hang out with other artists at different skill levels and with different viewpoints, they are able to see things that you are not able to see. So when you have a discussion like this where you are critiquing work outside of your own, as a group, you can give your unique viewpoints and point out things that you would change, and that can greatly benefit you in your own artistic development because you can only see as much as you have personally developed. And as you grow, Jane Hunt said this today, as you improve over time, you come to the realization that there is so much more beyond yourself that you have no idea, that you can't see. Essentially, the more you learn that there is more to learn. It is exponential and it never stops. Jane is an incredible painter. She is an outstanding artist. Her and I really talked a lot today about that idea of, you know, just being humble with your own abilities and just recognizing that this is a lifetime pursuit, and that's deeply inspiring. Now I am outside the Art Students League at Denver, and I am going in there to check out their cast collection because pretty soon I am going to be offering courses through the Art Students League in Denver, in-person classes as well as Zoom. So if you would like more information, if you're in the Denver area, or if not, make sure you comment down below. I'll leave more information down below for a sign-up list and course descriptions. I'm going to be doing introduction to figure drawing, classical approach to drawing, a lot of cast drawing, and introductory oil painting lessons.